Hello everyone, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about an episode that unexpectedly made me cry. Episode 40 from Hirogaru's PreCure. I still can't believe what I watched. I was expecting something completely different, but this episode hit me right in the feels. And what a surprise this was. Elle, I feel like, is a very hard character to work around because she is a baby. So, where do you go with her character? I mean, I do understand. She is she is Beyonce, she is Destiny's Child, or is she Michelle? Is she Kelly? I don't know. But still, she has a magical background, which we don't know much about. But what about her as a human? Even though she's not exactly a human, what about her as a person, as a living being with feelings and longings? What about that? How do you work with that as a baby? To me, Hirogaru Sky really hit the park with this episode. I thought this was just going to be another episode that would be funny, a little chaotic, but no, it really brought essence to Elle, to Tsubasa, and to the group as a whole. I thought this was really incredible. So there are certain things that I feel like are going to be relevant from now on. One of them is the fact that Tsubasa is reading a book and is studying very hard, which is a book that the king gave him, because now Tsubasa is one of the sages of Skyland, so he is now studying. This book is going to be important. What Tsubasa is studying is going to be important in the next few episodes. And at the same time, we see there's another thing that I feel like is going to be important for the future of Hirogaru Sky. We'll talk about that later. So at the start, we see the girls watching a TV show. They talk about dinosaurs. Dinosaur PreCure next year. Baby, please bring us dinosaur PreCure. And an interesting fact, right at the start when they're watching that TV show with the wedding playing on the TV, the song that plays is Ageha's character song. And even though Ageha wasn't really a center in this episode, even though she was fundamental in this episode, it was funny that her character song played, but I understand because her character song, out of all character songs from Hirogaru, at least the instrumental makes a lot of sense with a wedding. So, And so Elle really liked what she was seeing, and she asked what a wedding was. And Ageha said that a wedding is when people really like each other and they vow to stay together forever and get along forever. So this is what Elle knows as a wedding. And so she wants to marry Tsubasa. And Tsubasa is all flustered. There are some very funny and chaotic scenes, as I thought we were going to have, with Tsubasa's feelings. Tsubasa's all scared of marrying the princess of Skyland. But it's just a pretend wedding, so they just play along. Even Ageha mentions when I was a kid, I loved to play wedding. And so they go on to organize a little party for them to play along with. When they are organizing the party, Tsubasa does not participate in the organization because he has to focus on studying the book. And at this moment, Ageha notices that Elle is paying attention to what Tsubasa is doing, and she notices what's really going on, but she does not say anything. I really love Ageha's role. I mean, I'm biased. I love my baby. She is my queen. She is my everything. So I am obviously going to pay a lot of attention to Ageha. But she was really fundamental in this episode. And I like that she doesn't outright say anything. She likes to see if the other characters are going to notice the things by themselves. If they don't, she will just give them a little push so that they can get there by themselves. So they get the marriage, they stay all happy, and lots of cute moments here and there. Yo-Yo even participates together. But after the marriage, Elle still wants to be with Tsubasa, and Tsubasa is busy with other things, so he can't really spend time with her. So on the next day, we have Tsubasa dreaming as well, which was also very funny. And then on the next day, Elle gets the book and tries to hide it from Tsubasa. And so the girls start searching for the book. Tsubasa starts searching for the book as well. And then they find that it's with Elle. Elle runs away. Tsubasa does not understand why Elle is so angry at him and why she is hating him so much. So he gets the book back, and Elle tells him that she hates him and he doesn't understand a thing. And then there comes Ageha to, explain the situation to Tsubasa. Ageha, being the older one, she is able to understand the nuances and the attitudes of the other characters better than the others. And I really like that role for Ageha. And we had one of the most beautiful moments of the episode in which Ageha told Tsubasa, Elle wanted to marry you because you've been so focused on your studies, you've been so focused on your role as a sage that she is missing you. She's missed the time that you spent with her. And if you get married, you have to get along, you have to be together. So that is the reason why she wanted to marry you. She wants to spend more time with you. She feels like the attention you are giving her now isn't enough because she misses you and she loves you as she does all the other characters and all the other main characters at least. So after that, Tsubasa actually understands what Elle was going through. And Elle was feeling lonely because all the other characters, they have some sort of responsibility. For example, Sora and Mashiro, they go to school. Mashiro works a lot with her writing and her creative ideas, while Sora trains a lot. Ageha goes to school, Ageha goes to work. Tsubasa was the one who spent the most time with Elle. And now that Tsubasa is studying, Elle is all by herself. When she was talking to that little bird, she was like, oh, I want friends. I want company. It was so cute. And Tsubasa comes and says he's sorry. They don't have enough time to talk, but because another bird comes in and says that a fight is coming, something is coming. I love when the birds are the ones to actually send the message, and then they go and they start fighting against a very beautiful Kyoborg, by the way. I think this was like the prettiest Kyoborg, the prettiest monster from Hirogaru Sky. I really loved that bell with the flowers and the leaves. It was cute, actually, and it was not my favorite because there was that dinosaur first. So they start fighting, and look, the start of the fighting scene was so cool. Oh my god, a little Sakuga there. Girl, I just love that. And the fighting scene in this episode was pretty amazing. All of the characters, they had a little moment. They were able to shine a little bit. They were able to do something. But the sauce of the fighting scene was obviously Tsubasa and Elle, or Majesty. Cure Majesty got captured because she was in a moment she was by herself, and she got captured in dark energy, and Cure Wing is the one to save her. And when he does, he obviously has the help of the other cures, and it's very nice that he used his solo attack at that moment, and he was able to break through and save her from the dark energy. And at that moment, it was super adorable seeing Majesty smile at Cure Wing and call him, "Thank you, Tsubasa." I really love how they are able to show emotions and, in those little details. It's very, very, very rare for a PreCure in a battle scenario in which they're transformed to call another character their name and not their cure name. So for Cure Majesty to call Cure Wing Tsubasa at that moment, it just goes to show how their relationship is, how strong and how powerful their bond is. And so they finish the fight together. They even create a little original move. Very, very nice. Ageha powers them up. It was very nice seeing Cure Butterfly using the power-ups. Again, I love that weapon so much. And they finish with Majestic Halation, obviously. And Skeerhead was cool in this episode. Girl, I want to see more of him. I want to see him doing something else. It seems next week he will. And the episode ends with Tsubasa pleading to be Majesty's knight for a long time and forever. And the last scene of the episode was the one that made me shed a little tear, because we see Elle enjoying a little time with each of them. So when she is confessing, let's put it like this, when she is confessing her love, she confesses her love to Tsubasa, to Sora, to Mashiro, to Ageha, and at the end, she says, together forever. And that made me shed a tear because it's very nice to see Elle showcasing her feelings, but also because it feels bittersweet, because we know it's not going to end like that. We know it's not going to be the end of PreCure, of Hirogaru Sky. They're not going to be together forever. Girl, the goodbye at the end of this season is going to break me down. I think I am not ready to deal with the end of Hirogaru Sky PreCure. And that moment that Elle said that, it just, stung in my heart a little bit because it's gonna come. This moment is going to come, and I am already heartbroken just thinking about it. Anyways, this episode was a very surprising and loving one. As I said, it's very hard to work with Elle as a character, not as the child of destiny, whatever, but as an actual character, as someone with feelings, because she's a baby. So it's very hard to work with that. But I feel like they did a majestic job in this episode, showcasing her feelings and showcasing how strong she feels about the other characters of this team, her friends, the people that are taking care of her, which are her family now. I just loved it. And my hero corner of episode 40 was definitely when Ageha picked Tsubasa, told him what was really going on and what Elle was feeling, and pushed him to go forward. That scene was also very nicely animated. It was incredibly animated. I loved it so much. It was incredible. What an episode this was. What a season we are watching right now. I have nothing else to say. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of Magical Cinnamon. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for standing by me and my channel. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.